Hi. Uh, hey, I know this is a bit overdue, about 4 years even, but I realized I never really talked about it, and I don't want it to be this thing that will just eat me up inside because I've internalized it for too long. I've been trying to comprehend everything and putting it all into coherent words and sentences, maybe avoid getting too emotional. The last months we were together, I was just filled with guilt, unsure if I wanted to stay because I didn't want to hurt you. I was anxious about how you'd feel knowing that I was just there dragging myself along for the ride. I wanted it to end there because I didn't want the shitty memories overwhelming our good ones. I think it was for the better. I didn't want to subject you to whatever I was feeling, and I thought you deserved so much more. Early on in our relationship, I've always seen you as this powerful and flawless maiden that constantly gave me fulfillment. I never thought you had insecurities, issues, or anything of the sort. In hindsight, I was only thinking about what I wanted. And when I learned that you dealt with your own dread and anxiety, I didn't know how to feel. I never saw that in you, and I wasn't so sure that I was ready to deal with it when I was dealing with my own as well. I always just thought that we fixed each other's faults like an ideal couple would. I was yours and you were mine and all of that. But deep down, I knew it was just bullshit. I was in a constant state of ambivalence and started thinking like I was wasting both of our time. I couldn't be there for you because I couldn't even be there for myself. I wished it wasn't so, but it was. Even though I didn't want to be in it anymore, I didn't even have the courage to bear the burden and went as far as pinning it on someone else. I thought that it would lessen the feelings of guilt that I'd have. It didn't. I couldn't look at you because I felt so bad. I wanted you to break up with me, making you think that you wanted to even, hoping it would have softened the blow for both of us. And as the words came out, I don't think either one of us found it surprising, as if the last few months were just building up towards this one moment. It was just a sigh of relief, a painful but shared relief. I think about that day a lot, how alone I felt before and after. I never realized how distracting being in a relationship was for the increasingly deafening silence in my bedroom. I still had those impulsive reactions of wanting to message you whenever something funny or interesting occurs to me, followed by an overwhelming sense of dread that comes when I remember that a part of me is now forever gone, and it was all my fault. But it's for the better. And yeah, I've been seeing other people as a part of this elegant ploy of thinking it would help me find meaning within myself, even though it was just a form of an unhealthy coping mechanism. But all those faces, inside jokes, contacts, and dog names just ended up as a way of quieting my brain because they exhaust it and leave it drained. Still, somehow you never fail to seep into my mind at the most intimate of moments. Moments that I only really had with you. Times we held hands and looked in each other in the eyes. It feels wrong, but I need to get used to it. Being single makes me feel so pathetic. I'm now more likely to spend far too much time trying to talk to people I'm not interested in and share nothing in common with except for the silent desire to avoid feeling alone. It was nice when we were together, and a lot of my days just got inherent meaning to them. Waking up just to see you smile was a good enough reason to get out of bed. I guess that was the thing about us then. We were building towards something, but not really as a couple, more like two overly agreeable and cooperative idiots. We were extremely in over our heads and just wanted to love each other, not even entirely sure whether we were even capable of love. I believe that love only required an effort and a deep seated interest towards the other person, while you believe that love was really wholesome and predestined, tied by a red string across multiple time zones. But love is pretty enigmatic, and you can't really find it if you ever look for it. Perhaps my initial view of love was a silly attempt to distance me from the hard truth that the things in life that hold the most value are always brutally out of comprehension. But I felt it at one point. I was too stubborn to realize then, but now I recognize that I did. The warmth, the fuzzy feelings, and the butterflies whenever you rested your head on my shoulder. I even told you I loved you, even though I wasn't sure of what I was feeling. The only rational deduction was that it was affection. Or maybe I was just scared of regretting not saying it when the time came and we went our separate ways. You even said it back. But then as each month passed and each text message became heavier and hazier, I found that my love had departed as suddenly as it had arrived. And what a terrible feeling that was. Because I wanted to love you. I wanted to care for you the way you did for me. You were compassionate, loving, and accepting. You were weird in a uniquely gorgeous way. You were mine. You were my partner in many dreams and memories that still run in my mind, ones that I'll revisit with a particular sweet and bitter tinge. Maybe it was because I never felt worthy of you. You deserved someone better, and I'm not saying that in a martyr way. I don't know why I couldn't love you, or why I thought I couldn't, and I don't think I'll ever stop wanting to love you. Maybe I already even love you now. But what I know for sure is that I'd never stop wondering if it wasn't possible somehow. If we had what we had some other time but then. Maybe even now, when we're more mature, composed, and understand ourselves more. I wonder if we didn't have to go through all of that, especially in those nights when the mind doesn't quiet and it all becomes too much. In those nights that I'd think of you and regret it all. But it is for the better, right? I know it is. I want it to be. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know I liked your recent Instagram post.